Yeah, can you share again?
Okay. It's visible?
Yes, right. So the database is up and running.
Okay.
Um, please click on the Windows Start.
The
Start.
login, right?
No. The Windows Start. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Start all programs. Or you can do one thing. Don't click on all
Mm-hmm.
services. In the search bar, just type services. Right. That
Okay.
services. Second option. Services.msc. Yeah. The second option. We will be starting the service for Informatica, and
Okay.
meanwhile, you can again go to, yeah, in the meanwhile again go to start Windows. Yes, say all programs, Informatica 9.6.1, client, Power Center client, fourth option, yeah, Power Center client, and then the D, sorry, R. Can you see R? Repository manager. Yes, click on that.
Repository manager.
Yes. So after you have done the installation of client, these are the options which are now available. Yesterday, because of the space, we were not able to perform that. But
Okay.
after that, this is done. Okay.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
meanwhile, in the services window, yeah, just click OK
Mm-hmm.
here. Okay. In the services window, click on any service and yeah, and type I, as in we are searching for Informatica service. I. Yeah, there is an Informatica. Right click on that.
961, right?
Yeah.
This one.
Yes. Right click on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and start. So we are starting the Informatica service. Once your database is up and running, then Informatica can also start, correct? Because unless your database is running, I hope now you understand. Unless your database is
Okay.
running, Informatica will not run, right?
Okay. Not, yeah. So we start this one.
Yeah, that is started now. Okay. Now go to the client.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can minimize this. Yeah, say okay here. It is a repository manager. I'll explain you these stuffs. So what we are
Okay.
doing now is whatever
Mm-hmm.
configuration we have done yesterday on the server side, that has to be replicated on the
Okay.
client side.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever, again I'm repeating, whatever changes we have done on the server side, that has to be replicated on the client side. So you will have to click on the
Client side.
repositories. Top, can you see repository at the top? Yeah, this is again one time activity. You have to say
Okay.
configure domains.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I am helping you achieve is I am helping you to configure the server configurations on the client so that these two can interact with each other. Right,
Okay.
as I said, in the organization these two things will be on the separate machine, right? So because it will be on the separate machine, we'll have to
Correct.
configure. So in the same thing we will be doing it here also. So click on the domains.
Mm-hmm.
That, can you see the options domains? Besides that there is a square box. Yes. So add a new domain. Now you remember,
This
right?
is
We
add
have,
new
yes,
domain.
yes, click on that.
Yes.
If I remember well, type in D capital domain, D capital domain underscore Preeti hyphen PC. No. Preeti not in the uppercase. Preeti not in the uppercase. Hyphen PC.
Okay.
Right.
Correct.
Gateway host. Yeah, gateway host is again Preeti hyphen PC. These details we usually get from the server. Port is 6005.
Okay.
If you want to see, I can show you these options
Okay.
later in the sessions on the server side. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is just I remember from our yesterday's session. That's why I'm directly asking you to do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Say okay.
Okay. Okay.
If the details are correct, it should reflect here. What is this pop-up? Let's say it is not responding.
I
Okay.
think that
Yeah.
approval.
Are you able to see anything on that pop-up?
No,
No, no.
it's
Okay.
blank.
Okay.
Yeah.
So admin is the user ID password which we have given yesterday, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'll just cross verify whether it is correct or not. So usually we get it from the admin homepage. Right. So can you see domain underscore hyphen PC? Okay.
Yeah.
Services are not running. Why? This is running now. This should also work. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see now? This is
Yeah.
coming up here. So repo is now there. So we just have to configure these things. We don't have to specify anything here. So what it has done is it has taken the details from the server and it has displayed it here.
So okay.
प्रीति अगेन पीछे से वो हवा का आवाज आ रहा है आई गेस
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
yeah
Okay. Okay.
okay so this was just one
Yeah.
time activity what I have done and then what I'm doing is I'm just now connecting so
Okay.
using the details which we have entered yesterday Preeti and Preeti, you remember this is the user which we have created.
Yes. Username
So as I
password.
said, henceforth we'll be using these credentials only to connect to the Informatica.
Okay.
So we have connected now, and I'm now creating your folder in Informatica so that you can log in into this and practice whatever you want to do. Okay,
Okay.
right. So as you can see, the folder is created. Right? Can you see? Preeti
Yes.
folder is created, and I guess we have. I'll say disconnect. And if you recall, we have also created a folder called as project, if I am not wrong, right? Yesterday. So
Yeah.
I'll add it for you also. So usually everybody logins with their user ID and password. Okay. So because we are admin here, we have all the privileges to log in with anybody's login ID and password. So can you see now there are two projects, there are two folders which are created. So in the organization, you should be able to see the folder of everyone,
Everyone.
right?
Okay.
But say suppose project is the folder which belongs to me, you will not be able to do anything in the project folder. You will
Right
have,
access.
yeah, view access only in the project. You will
Okay.
have only the
Okay.
view access. I will have only the view access on Preeti's folder. But what we can do is, if I think that Preeti have done some work in her folder which is useful
Mm-hmm.
to me in my
Hmm.
logic, now I can go to Preeti's folder, copy that logic, paste in my folder and reuse it,
Okay.
right? Obviously, because we are working as a team, so that reusability feature is always provided to you. All those things we
Hmm.
are going to see today. Fine.
Okay.
Okay, so just again to clear up the things, what we have completed is we have completed the configuration of the server. We have created the domain, the node, the repository, the integration service. From the security
Service.
section, we have created the users also yesterday.
User.
Correct.
Yes.
We have added two users for our reference, and from the repository manager, which is a client tool now. From the
Mm-hmm.
repository manager, we have added those two folders into Informatica client, right?
Correct.
As I said, client
Yeah.
is something in which the developers and testers will be working. So
Working.
the things which we started yesterday, as you can see now, Informatica architecture is divided into two sections: server and client architecture. Server you are able to see here because we are everyone here. But when you work in an organization, this server option will not be there because the server is installed on some other machine. Making sense?
Yeah.
Right. So on your machine, only client will be visible because only
Yeah.
you are client, right? You are developer and tester, so you have to only work on the client, not on the uh,
Client.
server. Correct.
Server.
Right. And into the client, in the Power Center client, there is an option. You can see there are four things which you can see here: Power Center Designer, D, Power Center
Mm-hmm.
Workflow Manager, Workflow Monitor, and the Repository Manager. So these are the four client screens on which we have to simultaneously work. Here also you can see the direct icons for that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how the process basically goes is, what we are now going to discuss today is just the basics, and once the other girl also joins in, we will
Hmm.
have the transformations and all this. So now what I'm telling you
Okay.
in next 1 hour or so is the basics of Informatica, and it's very very important. I want you to spend some
Mm-hmm.
time today after the session. Okay,
Okay.
and we will start
Okay.
now we will start relating the testing things also side by side.
Okay.
Okay, whenever we are doing any development aspect, we are going to do the testing aspects also. Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
right. Just a second. So just remember one thing very clearly now. I'll give an example to
Mm-hmm.
help you understand. The requirement is, let me give a requirement. So say suppose uh, new text document. This is a sample. I'm giving a name to the file as sample. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we will keep just just some basic columns: ID, first name, last name, Jan salary, Feb salary, March salary, age, location. Okay. Did you understand that this is a delimited file? We also call it as a flat file.
Flat file.
Notepad,
Yeah.
uh, Notepad, whatever Notepad terminology we used to use, we will be henceforth using the term as flat file. Okay,
Okay.
and it is a delimited file. Delimited is because
Okay.
each value in the file is separated by a delimiter, which is a comma.
Delimiter.
Anything can be used as a delimiter, but usually we use the special characters as a delimiter. but it is not mandatory. You can even use ABCD 1 2 3 4 anything as a delimiter, but usually we use special characters as a delimiter. This is the
Okay.
thing which we are going to see when we do the practicals. Don't worry about that. So what I am
Okay.
doing now is I am just taking a basic example to help you understand. 1000, 4000, 20, okay. So I have
I
just
think
taken
in first column the comma is missing, or maybe
there.
first row, first
Yes.
data row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I have saved this. What I have
Mhm.
to do here is let me give you a straightforward scenario. What we are
Mhm.
trying to now learn is we have the client has given us a file.
Mhm.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
The requirement is the client has given you a file. The file is present on your desktop. Please understand very clearly because everything of this we will be requiring when we do the development and the testing also indirectly.
Yeah.
Okay. The
Yeah.
client has
Sure.
given
Yeah.
you a file. The file is present on your desktop. Okay. I'll repeat again. The
Mhm.
client has given you a file and the file is present on your desktop. The file is a
Mhm.
delimited file, right? It
Mhm.
is a delimited file and it have certain columns, correct? That is ID, that is employee ID, maybe first name, last name, Jan salary, Feb salary, March salary, age and location. What you have to
Mhm.
do is you have to take this file as a source
Mhm.
and first, very basic thing, create another similar file. That's it. So this will be used as a source and the requirement is to create another similar file, maybe at another location. That's it.
Okay.
Simple. And later we will start adding the transformations and later we will start adding the manipulations into that. So as of now, we are not adding the manipulation. I'm clear,
Yeah.
right? So as a first step, we are just interested in making sure that we understand the process, that what all steps we have to do or what all steps we have to perform while we are implementing the tool. Am I clear? I am intentionally
Okay.
right
Yeah.
away not adding
Yeah.
the transformations. We will start adding the
Mhm.
transformations in some time. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So did you understand that this file will act as a source to me?
Yeah.
Correct. Just a second. Right. Okay. So you
We
understood
have
the
to
requirement?
just copy paste this file. Means we have
Simple.
to create
Simple.
the simple copy of this file,
Exactly.
right?
We don't have to put any
Okay.
manipulations and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Okay.
And as I said, we will be then
Yeah.
starting to add the transformations and then we'll start adding the manipulations and all those things into it. Okay.
Okay.
Then we will
Okay.
learn. What you say, the transformations, and then the further things. Now, so understand very first thing now. Is this
Mm-hmm.
file is this a file which is now present inside Informatica or it is present outside Informatica?
Outside.
Outside Informatica, right? So I'll have to first understand how to take the file inside Informatica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once the file is inside Informatica, then I'll have to make this one as a source. I'll have to create another file as a target. You getting the
Mm-hmm.
point? Then when I execute the process, I'll have to tell Informatica where the data is present. Where the data is present, you'll be cleared 100%. Don't worry about that. Just try to link up the dots. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my data present? In the
Correct.
file.
Yeah.
Where is the file?
Yeah.
On the desktop.
Outside the info.
On the
Yeah.
desktop. So you will have to tell Informatica where is the file. So the file is on the desktop. You will also have to tell
Mhm.
where is the target location. If you do
Yeah.
not tell the target location, where is the target location?
Default.
Default location. Very good. If you do not tell the source location, where is the source location? Default again. Again default.
Default. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But is the file available at the default location?
No.
No. So the process will
Through error.
fail because it did not get the file at the default location, and you did not inform
Yeah.
Informatica to go to the desktop. Making the sense?
Correct. Yeah.
Right. So this is how we have to link up when we are doing the testing also. So
Okay.
as a tester, you will have to write negative test cases. Say suppose the client has mentioned that he will send the file at the desktop. You will intentionally have to keep the file at some other location and run the job.
Mm-hmm.
Should the process run?
Okay.
No, because the file is not present at the
No.
designated location. So
Correct.
then this is how we are going to see how to work on all this. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now there are
Okay.
3 steps which are involved in this. First is to design the logic, that is the flow, right? The
Mm-hmm.
flow will be designed in the designer. That is why designer. So
Okay.
designer is a screen where we design the ETL flow. So we define the source, we define the transformations, we define the target. That is where we define the source. Sorry, designer. That is what we do in the designer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when we have to execute the process, the execution is done in the workflow manager, W, the second screen. Okay. We
Okay.
will do everything practically again and again. I'm repeating, don't worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the results will be seen in the monitor.
Monitor. Workflow monitor.
Yeah, workflow monitor. Okay. Now before we start anything, please understand one or two things very very clearly. First thing, as I said yesterday also,
Mm-hmm.
Informatica is not meant for storing the data. So Informatica will never store the data. When I said that I have to process this file as a source, I will actually only take the metadata in Informatica. I will never take the data. Understood what I said?
Okay.
I will only
Yeah.
take this metadata, the headers. Yeah,
Yeah.
this one. Correct? So this is something. Yeah. So the first header, right? You understand the headers. So I will never have the feature to get the data inside Informatica, because Informatica is not meant for storing the data.
Informatica.
Correct? The data will always reside in the
Correct.
files only,
Yeah.
or the data will always reside in the table only. Am I
Yeah.
clear?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us start process. Okay. So what I am now explaining, I am doing everything today. I want you to do
Mhm.
all those things practically again. Okay.
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 So we have understood the requirement. Let us start. So I'll open the designer screen. Okay. The designer is coming up. Right. Okay. So as you can see, the designer screen is available now. This is how the designer screen looks like. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just a second. It's not responding. Right. I'll intentionally disconnect it. So I wanted to show how it basically looks when we start it afresh.
Okay.
So this is, again I'm saying, this is the designer screen. Please understand these things very very clearly. I'll be explaining some of
Mm-hmm.
the basics about the screen. Okay. Because it is a
Okay.
graphical interface.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this, you can see the movement of my cursor, right? What I'm doing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
top section where my cursor is referred as toolbar.
Okay.
Every section have its own importance. So
Mm-hmm.
henceforth I'll be using the terminology
Mm-hmm.
as this thing, right? So please remember each term which I say henceforth properly. The top section which you can see here is called as toolbar.
Toolbar.
This section where my cursor currently is, where you can see the repo, is known as navigator.
Okay.
The bigger section which you can see where we actually write the logic is called as workspace.
Okay.
The section where my cursor currently is called as status bar. Sorry, output panel. This is the status bar. Can you see here ready is written, ready?
Mm-hmm.
That is status bar. I'll tell you the importance of all the sections, don't worry. This is output panel or control panel.
Okay.
Repeating again, toolbar, navigator, workspace, control panel or the output panel, and the bottom one is the status bar.
Status bar.
Okay, the importance of toolbar is whenever you want to use any new component,
Okay.
which you want to use in Informatica logic, you will take it from the toolbar. I'll explain you what is the meaning of new and what is the meaning of old component also. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so any new component which you want to take will be taken from the toolbar. Any
Toolbar.
existing component which you want to take will be taken from the navigator. Did you remember yesterday that I
Okay.
told you that everything of logic which you write in Informatica is stored in the repository? Are you able to link the things now?
Okay.
So the repository is actually
Yes.
supposed to store the metadata inside your folder. Where is the metadata stored? In the database. You remember we learned this thing yesterday.
Database.
Good.
Yeah.
The bigger section is where we are going to write our logic. So that's a
Logic.
straightforward thing. This is now disabled because we aren't connected as of now. The bottom section which I said the output panel or the control panel, even though the name is output panel, but it do not show
Mm-hmm.
you the output. It only is to show you the syntax error. You know basics of C. We write the C logic and then we compile before we execute.
Yeah.
You must have heard about the compilation errors. Compilation
Yes.
errors are not
Yes.
the logical errors. They are something
Logical.
incorrect which you have done.
Syntactic.
Syntax errors. So it यहाँ पे it shows the syntax error. Okay.
Okay.
Output, where it will show you the output. Output will be shown in the monitor screen.
Or report
Monitor.
logs.
No, monitor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Monitors.
monitor screen. So everything is separated actually in the screens. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And the ready
Mm-hmm.
which you can see, the ready which you can see at the bottom, it will be used to show if you are trying to do something which is not possible in Informatica. You will see that also, what is not possible
Okay.
in Informatica and what is possible in Informatica. Am I clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. So let us now start connecting. So what we have to do is we have to open the screen. So from next time onwards, you don't need to open the repository manager. We just had to add these modules. So we have added it. There is no need to connect again this repository manager. What is the use of repository manager? I'll explain you in the further sessions later. So from
Okay.
tomorrow when you start, or from today when you try practicing, you have to start the database. Remember one thing, you have to start the
Mm-hmm.
database. Once you start the database, you start the Informatica service. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
once you start Informatica service, open the designer directly. That's it.
Okay.
Okay,
So
I
opening
guess
designer, it gives all four screens like designer, workflow, and all. This is the options like.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you'll have to minimize. I have lost the control because of this screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be able to control now. Okay, so this is again we are at the base first screen, which we have to look up.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll right click on the repo and I'll say connect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we will use Preeti as a folder to work on. User ID, password, login. So once I log in, can you see you are able to see the folders which belongs to others also?
Yes. You log in with Preeti, right?
Yeah, yeah,
In for repository. Yeah, got it.
correct. Okay, now
Yeah,
I'll now see, just see some basics. Can you see a plus symbol here?
yeah.
When I click on plus, it will show you the components which are required for creating the logic. Can you see source, targets, transformations, mappings, and all those things?
Yes.
Right, these are the components which are required to create the logic in Informatica. Okay,
Okay.
this folder structure is 100% same for everyone. So even if you are a developer, even if you are a tester, this will be same for everybody.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
now even though I am connected to the repository, you can see the space is still not available. To do that, I'll right click on Preeti and I'll say open.
Mhm.
Once I open, can
Okay.
you see the screen is now available and I can start the coding? Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Once I have connected, you can see that there are 5 tabs which are available here.
Mhm.
Can you see there are 5 tabs available here? The
Yeah.
first one, source analyzer. Source analyzer. What does the name indicate? Source analyzer is something where you will work on the source, right? So everything is
Yeah.
segregated properly. So once I click on the source, can you see
Mhm.
at the toolbar there is a sources option? Can you see here
Yeah.
at the top source? When I click on the source,
Yes.
there are multiple options which are appearing. Can you see import from database, import from file? So whatever type of thing I have to work on, there is an option available. So whenever I want to fetch anything from the database, I'll select import from
Okay.
database. If I want to fetch anything from the file, I'll select import from file. Making sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. So everything in this, everything in the designer screen, what we will do, it will only be the metadata. Again and again, I am repeating. Informatica never ever holds the data,
Correct. Yeah.
right? Right. Similarly, second tab, can you see target designer? Can you see the toolbar
Yeah.
has changed now to targets?
Uh,
Can you see target designer in
no.
the toolbar
Yeah. Yeah.
targets?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Earlier it was sources for the
Yes.
source. Now it is targets. So the same options are appearing here, right?
Okay.
Similarly,
Mhm.
we have the transformations. Can you see the transformations? Now the toolbar have changed to
Yeah.
transformations. Similarly, the fifth option
Transformation.
will do all the options. Can you see fifth, mapping
Mhm.
designer? Mapping. Can you see mapping?
Yes.
Mapping. Right?
Yeah.
So everything is streamlined. It just you have to remember it properly and use the software appropriately. That's it. Okay. So
Okay.
our first step will be to go to the source. Now,
Mhm.
do you have a source already provided? Yes. So I'll go to the source. What option I'll select? Import from file.
Import file.
Correct. I'll import from file. So it will obviously ask me which file on the desktop.
Desktop.
I'll say all files and I'll select sample. Did you see sample?
Yeah.
And I'll click on OK. So once I click on OK, it will now import the file, help me import the file inside Informatica. What we are
Mhm.
importing? Are we importing the data?
Yes. A flat
No,
file.
no, we are not importing the data. Again and again,
Metadata.
yeah, again and again, I'm mentioning the data will only reside in the
Metadata.
file. We are getting the structure here or only the metadata here. Okay,
File.
yeah.
Structure.
So now, what is the type of file
Correct.
which I have? It's
Yeah.
a delimited file. Correct, right? It's a
Delimited.
delimited file.
Yeah.
And is it a fixed width file? No, it is a delimited file. So I have selected delimited. Clear?
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
So now the second option, start import at row, means from which row your data will come. Which row your data will come? Second. Correct. And
Yeah.
does your first row have the name of the columns? Import field names from first row. Your
Correct.
file have, right. So I'll have to check this. Simple.
Yeah.
Because I have selected delimited And because I have selected this option, when I click on next, it will ask me what is your delimiter, right? So can you see
Okay.
wherever comma was available, it has divided the data. Did you notice?
Yeah.
If I uncheck comma, everything will come in one column. If I put others, as I said, anything can be used as a delimiter. Can you see A?
Mhm.
Wherever A is there, did you see it has divided? But this don't make
Yeah.
any sense. That is why we
Yeah.
only
Correct.
use special characters
Comma.
as a delimiter.
Mhm.
Only special characters as a delimiter we usually use. Simple.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is done. I'll say comma again. This I'll explain you later. So as of now, we have to say
Mhm.
no quotes because our data don't have any quotes and all those things, right? So I'll say no quotes.
Okay.
I'll say
Mhm.
next. Once I click on next, can you see it is showing me the preview? It shows the final preview of how your data will look like. Can you see it has
Mhm.
identified the size of the data and all those things? Did you see ID is 3 bytes, first name is 5 bytes, last name is 8 bytes. Okay, I'll keep on telling you about the
Mhm.
testing henceforth. As of now, we will
Mhm.
just proceed with the things. Clear? So we will learn more about all those things also
Mhm.
in the subsequent sessions. Okay, that's it. I'll click
Okay.
on finish.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, I have got the component here, and now if you click on Preeti, did you see there is a plus symbol appearing here? Because I
Yeah.
have a reusable component now available. Because when I was creating it for the first time, where did I use it from? The toolbar. I said, na, everything which you want to take it for the first time will come from the toolbar. But in
Correct.
future, in some other process, if you want to use the same file, this is available here and you can simply reuse it.
Interesting. Okay.
Understood? Now the
Yeah.
structure which has appeared here is only the metadata. It do not have the data. You can double
Correct.
click. You can double click on the file or the columns. Go to the columns and you have the flexibility to edit it anytime. So you can say
Mhm.
emp id, right? You can change everything. You can move the columns here and there, but
Okay.
you will have to make sure that if you are changing the columns here and there, the file should also appropriately change.
Okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Right. So that's it. As of now, we don't have to change anything. So I'm clicking on OK. This is done, right? So my first step is done. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Source is ready. Second step is to create the target. What is your target requirement? Is to have the same structure. You want the same structure, right?
Yeah.
We want exactly the same structure, no?
Yeah.
Right? So targets. Can you now import anything?
Yeah. Means if the expected
Yeah, but if it is
output
given, but in
file
our
is
case,
defined by the client.
yeah,
No, not it's not given.
it's not given, right? So if there is a scenario that if it is given to you, then you can import the file, but if it is not given,
Import.
obviously then you cannot import, right? So in this case,
Yeah.
what I'll have to do, I'll have to create it
Create.
manually,
Yeah.
right? So similar option is also present in the source. So in some cases it may happen that the client is not ready with the source, so there is an option to
Mhm.
create also.
Create. Okay.
Okay, but now in
Mhm.
our logic, what we are trying to implement in our scenario while we are learning this, is my target structure expected to be same as source?
Mhm.
Right now my target structure is expected to be same, right? I said load as it is. Am I correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Can I not import the same source file? Anyways, I just want the structure, right? Do I want the data now? No, I just want the structure. Correct.
Structure.
So
Yeah.
if I import the same source file, will I not get the target structure here in Informatica?
Yes. We
Right? So that is also
will get.
possible. That is also possible. And the third possibility, so what was the first one? I told you that go to the target and create it manually. Second option is to import from the file. Third option is interestingly simply drag and reuse the structure in the target. Did you see there is a target which appeared here?
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. So I anyways was requiring only the structure and I got the structure. That's it.
Yeah.
always make a habit of saving it. So repository, save, or you can simply control S on your machine. यहाँ पे you
Okay.
will, here you will see, did you see
Mm-hmm.
saving repository with a reference in Preeti's folder, inserted where it is inserted in the tables, in the system tables, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Right, simple.
Yeah.
This way
Got it.
whatever I'm teaching you now is
Mm-hmm.
you are supposed to do every time. These are the
Yeah.
basics for every process in Informatica. You will have to do these things. Okay,
Yeah.
right. So as I said, we are not learning the transformations as of now. So we will
Mm-hmm.
skip this thing. We'll directly come to the mapping. Okay, the fifth tab.
Okay.
Just a second. Right. So next thing. So what is the mapping now? Mapping is actually the combination of the source, transformation, and the target. Okay.
Yeah.
The
Correct.
terminology which we give, or the term or the definition of mapping, is nothing but a combination of, or a flow consisting of a source, minimum, I'm saying minimum one source, minimum one transformation, and minimum one target. Okay, that is called as mapping.
Okay.
So
Okay.
see, whatever we are
Mm-hmm.
learning will be incorporated in a mapping. So source cannot be used separately, right? What is the use of a source, only individual source? There is no point of this source, right? So this source will be used in the mapping. The target will also be used in the mapping along with the transformations, and they will be combined. So how do we do that thing is, so what we are doing is we are now creating a mapping. Okay, so we have done with the source. So how you should understand is
Mm-hmm.
basically, source is the place which where you start from, correct, start, and target is the
Correct.
place where you finish, end.
Finish.
That's why it is always necessary that you first make the source, then make the target, and then add the transformations, correct?
Okay. Okay.
Right. So have we made the source? Yes. Have we made the target? Yes. Now we are making the mapping. So
Yes.
say suppose I'll give the name M
Mapping.
pass through. Why I'm giving it a name as M pass through is because I'm just passing the data as it is. Okay. I'll say
Mm-hmm.
okay. Did you will now notice that in front of mapping also there is a plus symbol which have appeared now. Did you see?
Okay. Yeah.
Now if you save, I am pressing Control S. I am pressing Control S. It is saying inserted, but did you see it is invalid? Because obviously there is nothing present in the mapping, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mapping is empty, so what is to be validated? Can you see it is saying invalid?
Yeah.
Correct. So how to make the mapping? I'll drag the source. Drag. Did you see?
Okay.
When I drag the source,
Yeah.
when I drag the source, one default transformation will come. This component did not come by mistake. It is intentionally appearing here. This is one of the default transformation. It is called a source qualifier.
Okay.
What is the use of the transformations? We will see it later. Okay.
Okay.
This is source qualifier. Similarly, I'll drag the target. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If needed, I will use the transformations. Do I need the transformations now?
No.
No, I don't want the transformations because there is no manipulation which is required here. Correct? Always make sure that
Correct.
you are able to see the components, columns properly. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
size you want to expand it to, you should expand it like this. Okay. Now, this is my
Okay.
source. This is
Mm-hmm.
my source and this is my target. Did you see these black dots here? These are the ports.
Yeah.
Means from this structure, via this port, through this link, the data will reach in this component through these input ports. So the output port, the input port, the output port, the input port. The target is the
Outputs.
end. So a target don't have the output ports. The source is the
Output.
starting, so it don't have the input port.
No input.
Simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Transformations are the place. So in between, I can add n number of transformations. There is no limitation as in how many transformations I can put. Based on the requirement, based on the scenarios, I'll have to use the transformation. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So because I don't want to use any transformations as of now, so what I'll simply do is, can you see my cursor? I'll click here,
Mm-hmm.
drag and drop. Don't leave the cursor here. Can you see it is not allowing you cross?
Mm-hmm.
Put it inside, drag and drop. We are again going to do these things a lot of times, so don't worry about that. You will have the proper understanding. Okay, so similarly I can select all. Just a second. What happened? Did you see I selected all? Shift
Mm-hmm.
down arrow, shift and down arrow, drag, drop. If you by mistake dragged it at the wrong place, simply select like this and
Mm-hmm.
press the delete button in your machine. Simple.
Okay.
Shift down, drag, drop, connect. That's it.
Okay.
Simple. Again, I'm repeating, we are not adding the transformations. I'm pressing Ctrl S. Save. Can you see it is valid now? The dot has appeared, disappeared. And it is mentioning here valid. Perfect.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
doubt till now? I'll repeat again. The first thing what we have done
Uh,
is,
source. Added source
yeah, first
from
thing we
the
have done
desktop.
is the source. Second, we have created the target. Third, we have clicked on the
Target.
mapping designer. In the mapping, then we have
Mapping.
given a name, give it a name,
Mm-hmm.
drag the source, drag the target. When you drag the source qualifier will appear. Then you have to just connect it and then save it. That's it.
Okay. Without this source qualifier, we can't connect this source and target
No,
directly, right?
that is
Okay.
mandatory. As I said, it's a default transformation, so it
Yeah. Yeah.
mandatorily will be there.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
Right. Next. So once we are done with creating the mapping, now we have to execute this, right? Because now the
Mm-hmm.
flow is, so say suppose this is like a pipeline. The pipeline is ready. Now we have to make the data flow. Correct? So for
Yeah.
that, we will open the second screen, Workflow Manager. We will open the Workflow Manager. Now the Workflow Manager will have different set of options. Okay. Just understand as of now that this is another screen in which we will be executing the process. This screen will be used to execute the process. We have
Okay.
transformations in this screen. Can you see transformations? Create, and there's a list of transformations which is available here. So these are all the transformations what we have to learn. In
Mm-hmm.
similar to this, we have tasks in this screen. Task. So tasks
Okay.
are responsible for performing a particular activity. We will be learning in a lot of details. I am just telling you now at a high level what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have now to do, we now have to execute this mapping. Correct.
Correct.
So when we have connected the designer screen, there were 5 options which were available. When we connect the workflow screen, there are 3 options available. Can you see? Task
Mm.
developer, workload designer, and workflow designer. Correct?
Correct.
There are three
Yep.
options which are available. Now we have to directly come to the third. About the first and the second one, we will learn. Don't worry about that. Now,
Hmm.
the thing what we require to create is a map. We have created a mapping. Now we have to create a workflow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are just the steps. Now there is nothing why we are creating and all those things, because this is like a process. Okay.
Okay.
So steps. Just consider them as a steps. Okay. Next. Understood? We have opened the workflow. I'll click on the workflow and I'll say create workflow.
Okay.
Okay, create workflow. I'll give it a name, workflow underscore pass underscore through. Okay, you'll start now correlating things. Did you see it appeared as a start? So
Yes.
this is the initiation point, the starting point.
Oh,
That is where the
okay.
process will initiate.
Mm-hmm.
This is something which will stay in the backend. This will stay in the backend. The front end will be this.
Okay.
This is what we run actually. Okay, am I clear with this? What we have
Yes.
now, what task we have to perform now? We have to run a mapping.
Execution. Okay.
So for that, we will go to the task, create a task, and to execute a mapping out of the various tasks, we actually require a session task. Okay, don't think here and there, just understand these things as a steps. That's it. All your doubts and
Okay.
all your queries will be sorted. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
S underscore M underscore pass through. Okay, I have just given a name. Okay, create. When I say create, it will ask me which mapping. Obviously, which mapping you want to run, right? As and when you
Mm-hmm.
start creating the mappings, all the mappings will start appearing here.
Okay.
Okay, I now just say okay, done. So did you see this component is available here, and
Mm-hmm.
similar to what we have done there, we have to now link it. I'll use this link. Can you see link task?
Mm-hmm.
I'll use this link, start link. Once you do practice, 100% things will be sorted. Don't worry about that. Control S. Okay. Done.
Yeah.
Right. Now understand what is actually going to happen. What
Mm-hmm.
is going to happen is, I'll repeat once again for you. So what we have done is, we have first created the source, then we have created the target,
Target.
correct? Then we have created the mapping. In the
Mapping.
mapping, I have dragged the source. When I drag the source qualifier appeared by default. Then I drag the target. I have linked it. I have saved it, correct? After that,
Mm-hmm.
I have created the workflow. In the workflow, I gave it a name. This is the name. This component appeared. After that, I have created a session task. Why do we create a session task? Because session task is required. Session task is used to require to execute a mapping,
Mapping.
right? Then the next step, what I do basically is now click on workflow, start. Okay, the mapping will never ever run. This is something in the backend. Again, as I sometime back said, workflow
Mm-hmm.
start. When I click on this, I'm not clicking
Mm-hmm.
as of now. This component will initiate. This component will hit this link. Through
Okay.
this link, this component will get triggered.
Mm-hmm.
This component ideally will go to your desktop, search for the file which you have given as a source.
Mm-hmm.
Getting my point? Open that file in the backend.
Okay.
Fetch the first record,
Okay.
put the appropriate values of that first record in the appropriate column. So 101 will come here, Rahul Maleva, Jan, Feb, March 20, Pune. The first record,
Mm-hmm.
only the first record will come here.
Okay.
Through
Mm-hmm.
these dots, through this link, that will reach here in the appropriate columns. Am
Mm-hmm.
I doing any changes here? No.
No.
So that first record will, as it is, reach the target.
Okay.
Okay. Once the first record successfully reaches the target, it will fetch the second record. The
Okay.
data is not fetched everything at a time. There's only one row which is fetched at a time.
Okay.
Okay. Once the
Mm-hmm.
second record is also loaded, it will happily create the output file and finish the process. Am I clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Where you will be able to see the output? You won't be
Workflow
able to
monitor.
see, no, you won't be able to see the output. You will be able to see the logs and the statistics in the monitor. You will be able to see
Okay.
the output in the file which you have created. because Informatica
Okay.
is not meant for storing the data, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Informatica, we are
Mm-hmm.
not storing the data. So how Informatica will show you the data? It only shows you the statistics. Okay. So that's why I
Yeah.
have opened the monitor. I'll now connect this. Can you see it is disconnected? I'll connect it.
Yeah.
I'm connecting it. So it's now connected. I'll come here. Right. Okay. Now, as you understand, is my have I instructed Informatica to go to desktop?
No.
No. So where it will go? To the default location.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Is my file available at the default location?
No.
No. So the process should fail.
Know about.
Yes, the process should
Yeah.
fail, right? The
Correct.
process should fail.
Fail.
Let's see. Workflow start. Right. So now once it starts, can you see here it is showing running.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, two things are running. One is the
Okay.
workflow, and other is the session task. Did you notice? It has
Yeah.
failed. Right. Now,
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm.
this has succeeded because the work of the workflow was only to trigger the session task. Right.
Mm-hmm.
This
Hmm.
component was only responsible for triggering this. Has it
Triggering.
triggered it? Yes. I can still make that also fail. Can you see fail parent if this task fails?
Okay.
Parent. So this is like a parent. I'll save. I'll go here. I can again run from here also, and I can restart here now. Can you see restart?
Mm-hmm.
I can restart from here
Okay.
also. Now both the things should fail. Correct? Did you see? Fail.
Okay.
Now how to rectify the error? In this case, you know that the file is not present, but will every time will you be aware every time what is the error? No, right? You'll
No.
not be aware of the error every time, correct? So
Mm-hmm.
right click on session task, right click on the session task and say get session log.
Okay.
Get session log. A new window will pop up, and there you'll see, can you see
Mm-hmm.
info and error. Did you see error
Okay.
opening file? This is the default location. You remember info shared source files. System cannot
Mm-hmm.
find the file specified,
Okay.
right? System cannot find the file specified. So what is the solution? The solution is either to keep the file at that location or change the
Mm-hmm.
location in the properties, correct?
Properties.
So now I will help you just copy the file and put it that location, and we'll try running again. Okay, so we have installed a C drive, Informatica 9.6.1 server, infra shared, SRC files, paste. Done.
Okay. Yeah.
Monitor, right click. I can right click this also and restart. Did it work now?
Yeah.
Can you see it now succeeded? Did I mention the output location? No, I did not mention the output location also, right? So it will create
But
in
it
the
is default.
target files.
Default.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes. It has given it a default name and it has given it a default extension also. Dot out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see a notepad. I'll see it in a notepad. Got it? Now all the
Yeah.
subsequent things, how the column will come, why there are no column names, and all the changes and all those things, we will
Mm-hmm.
subsequently learn. I'll repeat again once we have the other girl also in the session. Understood the process? We again
Yeah.
have to do it again and again, again and again. We have to do the same thing. So don't worry about that. You will be having
Mm-hmm.
thorough understanding. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Done.
wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start again. So, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get the other girl also in the session. Right. You can also take a
Yeah.
break for
Sure.
5 minutes, and in this 5 minutes we'll start. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Share it again, please.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So we will still stick to this file only. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
requesting the request. Right. So we will still stick to this file only as a source, and we will try doing some manipulations. Okay. Today's session will be very, very important. Why is this file not opening? Yeah. Today's session will be very, very
Rahul,
important.
before we proceed further, like I told you, right, I was having one issue. Like, I mean, I was not able to create a new, like, see, we'll drag the same source and target. Now, if suppose I want to change, it's a flat file, but I want to change my source file, then it will always give me this, right? How do I get a new window?
There is no problem. You can have thousands of sources here. This is just a placeholder for all the sources.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Huh.
I can, okay, I
Yeah.
can pull the same
I'll
flat
help
file
you do
and
that. Don't
edit
worry.
it.
I'll help you do that. Don't worry.
Oh,
Forget it. Let
okay.
me give you an
Okay,
example.
got it.
Let me give you a scenario. We will be doing everything
Huh.
from the scratch every time. Don't worry about that. So we'll sort out this
Okay, okay.
question. Okay. Okay.
Huh.
So the question is, please understand the questions. Again, I am saying we are now adding some manipulations. So what we have learned or what we have done as of now is that we have only taken the data as it is from the source and loaded as it is into the target. We now have to add the manipulations. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Before I proceed, I hope by now you must have understood that Informatica processes the data one row at a time.
Yeah.
So how many times the ETL cycle will run for our file?
2 times.
2 times. One is for the first record, other for the other record. Correct?
Yeah.
So there any doubt? We have done this
No.
thing just for Preeti, so I know Preeti is very clear. You remember this thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now the question number 1. I'll give you 2 questions. We'll understand both the things simultaneously. Question number 1. In the output, I want ID, full name, total salary, age and location. Am I asking for the changes?
Yes.
ID, full name. So how will I get full name? By replacing first name and last name. Correct?
Yes.
I want total salary. How will I get total salary? Jan plus Feb plus March. That will give me the total salary for employee. Correct?
Mhm.
And age and location
Yeah.
as it is. Any doubt?
No.
No.
Question number 1. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Question number 2. Please hear properly. Question number 2. I want you to give me the sum of salary for both the employees for Jan month. What is the difference in both the questions? Question number 1. I want in the output ID, full name, total salary, age and location. Question number 2. I want you to give me the sum of salaries for both the employees for Jan month.
In first question, we have to do row-wise transformation. And in the second one, because you want the total salary of both, you have to do a column-wise transformation.
Very good. Preeti, did you understand?
Yes. Got it.
Repeating again what Sudha said. Very good. Now, how do we understand what is a row-wise calculation and how do we understand what is a column-wise calculation? A row-wise calculation is a calculation in both the again. I mean, before I do explain that, in both the scenarios, did you understand that both the records will be used? Obviously, I'll have to perform operations on both the records, right?
Yeah.
Whichever is the scenario, the data will only flow in a row by row manner, whether it is a row wise calculation or whether it is a column wise calculation. Irrespective of your manipulations requirement, the data will flow only in a row by row manner. There is no exception. That is how Informatica is designed, to have the flow in a row by row manner. Am I clear what I said?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the question number 1. I want full name. Let us only concentrate on first name and last name. For example, I want full name. Correct? So while getting the full name for Rahul Malewar, is second record in any way involved? Did you get my point? While calculating the full name for Rahul Malewar, is there in any way second row is involved? No.
No.
while getting the sum of salary for both the employees for Jan month, can I only take the salary of Rahul and give you the total salary?
No.
No. In that case, are both the records involved?
Yeah.
When in the calculation more than a row is involved, when in the calculation more than a row is involved, it is a column wise calculation. Simple.
Okay.
Okay. If I ask you who is the highest paid employee, can you just fetch one record and tell me who is the highest paid employee?
No.
No.
I ask you, give me the records in the output, those who are from Pune. Is it a row wise calculation or a column wise calculation? I want in the
Column
output
wise.
those employees, those who are from Pune. Row wise or
Column.
column wise?
Row wise as well as column wise.
No, it cannot be both ways. It can only be one way.
Mm,
What was the question?
I want in the output the employees, those who are from Pune. So it's row wise or column wise calculation.
It's row wise,
Why?
because like you will compare row by row. First, you will compare Rahul's record, and you'll see Pune is there, and again you'll come next. You'll go to the next
Right.
row.
So is my, again what I have said, that's why I'm saying most of the people get confused in this only. That's why what I explained, understand always that as a basic point. While searching for the location or while giving the output of Rahul, is Preeti's record involved?
no.
No. So it's a
Row wise.
row wise manipulation.
Okay.
Right. If you see like that, now what I want in the output all the records those are from Pune. So obviously you will say it's a location Pune, so column wise. Don't think that way. Never ever understand the problem that way in informatics. You will always fail. Just understand while calculating, is that row or is that calculation dependent on more than one row? If the calculation is dependent on more than a row, it's a column wise calculation. If the calculation is dependent only on a single row, it's a row wise calculation. Clear?
Yeah.
This is the problem with everyone actually. So that's why please be very clear. Preeti, can you open an Excel sheet please quickly? Okay, so let me just give an example. ID, F name, L name. Okay, I will say ID, F name, L name. Okay, so suppose this is my source. Now, what is the requirement? I asked you to give me full name.
ID plus full name. Yeah.
ID and full name. Correct? Now what will happen? In between will come the transformation. Obviously. Right? Now, question number one. To get the full name, is it a row wise calculation or a column wise calculation? Row wise calculation, as you said, right? Whenever there is a row wise calculation to be performed, or whenever there is a manipulation which is dependent only on a single row, whenever there is a manipulation dependent only on a single row, we will be using the transformation called as expression. Oops, where I have written, sorry. Expression. Expression transformation in Informatica is used to perform row-wise calculations. Then it can be numeric calculation, it can be text calculation, it can be date calculation, it can be alphanumeric calculation, it can be anything. Whenever I want to implement row by row calculations, it will be expression transformation. Am I clear? Then in the
Yeah.
expression transformation, we'll be using the functions to perform the operations. Clear?
Yes.
Right. So say suppose
Yeah.
I have 101, I have A, I have B, I have 102, I have X, I have Y, I have 103, I have D, I have F, suppose, for example. Okay, this is the data which is, for example, available. Right. Now, this is my source. Say suppose whenever I say source now, I mean the source qualifier also by default as of now. Okay.
Mhm.
So whenever source qualifier is there, this is expression transformation. So what will be this? This will be ID, this will be first name, this will be last name. I'll have to drag those columns, right? And then I'll have to create a new column. I'll explain this in the software also, full name. Okay. Now what will happen is when I link this, shifts, shifts, link. So this ID will link here, correct? That way. Control C, Control V. The name, first name will link here, right? And similarly, we will have the last name. Am I correct? This way we will link it here. Similarly, we will have, do we have any changes in the ID?
No.
No.
No. So can I link it as it is?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. But I cannot link the first name and last name as it is. That's why I have created another column, which is
Full name.
full name. So now I'll take like this. Got it?
Yeah.
Right. So this is how my mapping should look like. We will do on the software also. I'm just explaining it here conceptually. Okay. Any doubt in this? Now what will happen is, as I said, the data will flow in a row by row manner. Correct?
Hmm. Hmm.
The data will flow in a row by row manner. So what will be there? 101. So what will come here for the first record? 101. Correct? 101 will come here, right? A will come here and B will come here. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So for example, 101. Here I'll have A, here I'll have B, right?
Yeah.
Now, please understand very clearly. When in the expression transformation to calculate full name, do I have all the information required information is available now to calculate the full
Yes.
name?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is available, right? So
Yes.
what usually happens is this will not happen, that ID will go alone and then sometime will full name will go. When ID is going, full name has to go that time only, otherwise ID will also not go.
Hmm.
So they
Yeah.
will be going together because it's a single record, right? So it cannot happen that ID will come and next day full name will come. That is not possible. So everything will go together. So AB is available here, so AB will be loaded here.
Hmm.
So what in the output I'll get is 101 and AB concatenated. Clear? Once this is done, the second record will flow. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Same way, 102 X Y will go in the output, which will be calculated here, and then I'll have 102 and X Y in the output. Please understand this concept very clearly. In the software, then it will be very, very easy. Same way it will be for 103. I don't need to write it. 103 and then I'll have DF. Correct? Any doubt in this?
No.
No.
I'll explain again more details about the expression transformation. Next. I am explaining 2-3 concepts, so please understand very, very thoroughly. It is very important. Now, say suppose I have another column as salary. 10, 20, 30. Same source. I'll write salary also for your reference, so you don't have doubt in that. So I have salary here. And Okay, now the question is, I want the total salary of all the employees. Hmm? What will be?
Yeah.
So question is clear.
Yeah.
I want the total salary of all the employees. Hmm?
Yeah.
What will be the output? What will be the output structure?
So it will be 60 for all the three
No, output
records.
salary I am saying. What will the structure? See, here we have defined the structure, right? ID and full name,
Hmm.
right? What will be the structure in the output? So starting point number one, it is the responsibility. So how the business requirement will come? Understand the business requirement. What will be the business requirement? This is your source file. The client will say, I want the sum of salaries of all employees. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now the developer will interpret this English, and based on his understanding, he will create the structure of the output. Am I correct? Have the
Yeah.
client given the column names? No, he has written something in English. I want the sum of salaries of all employees. Now it is on your interpretation. Now it is your IQ. It is on your logical thinking. How do you interpret that language? Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, I want sum of salaries of all employees. So what will be your output structure?
Maybe we can create two target. Maybe one with
No,
ID.
there is nothing maybe and maybe. I just want, you understood English, right? That is why I'm saying again and again. That is why testers are also very important. It's not only about
Okay.
the developer.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me,
The
sum
sum
of
of
salary.
salary.
You have four columns, right? Simple. You have four columns, correct? ID, first name, last name, and salary. So on this file, I want sum of salaries of all employees.
Only
Henceforth,
salary we can
henceforth,
transfer.
henceforth,
Mhm.
You just write
henceforth,
sum of
whenever,
salary.
whenever you are answering, first put your IQ in place
Mm.
and then think how it will be done in Informatica. Because output structure should come from your logical understanding, right? Informatica will give anything what you design. Informatica
Yeah.
is just a software. It is just a machine. However you will mold it, it will give you the output. But you'll have to understand. So what you have to do is you have to just think on a piece of a paper. If I have to get the sum of salaries on this on a piece of a paper, what output you will get? What will you give?
Total salary
60.
60.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Will you give me ID?
No.
Will you give me first name?
No.
No, right? But can it happen that a developer interprets it like this? Can it happen?
Yes.
It can happen, right? That someone thinks, yeah, he has asked for the total salary, so along with this, I'll give a total salary. Am I clear? That is where a
Yeah.
tester is also important. So this is your one of the test case.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blindly trust the structure taken by the developer.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I am
Hmm.
repeating again. Do not expect at the end of the course I'll sit one day and I'll talk about the ETL testing. No, we have started understanding ETL testing. As I said, simultaneously we will have the points discussed.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the things what a tester is supposed to do is check the target structure also. Am I clear?
Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want this. What will be my target structure? My target structure will be total salary. Simple. Am I clear?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Now, is this calculation row wise or column wise?
Column.
Column wise.
Here comes my next transformation, which is called as aggregator transformation. So you just have to simply understand in SQL. To get this in SQL, what will you do? Sum, right?
Sum of salary.
Select star
Yeah.
from table, select sum of salary from table, correct? So sum.
Yeah.
Same thing will be done in Informatica by putting a aggregator transformation. Now while doing that, do I have any use of these columns? Do I have any use of this ID first name and last
No.
name column? No, right? So don't drag unnecessary columns in the aggregator. Correct? Only drag the required columns, that is salary, and same way as I have created here, na full name, same way I'll create a total salary. Making sense?
Hmm.
So this will link to salary, and I'll create another column which will link to the output. Simple.
Hmm.
We will
Yes.
do this thing in the software also, don't worry about that. I'm just explaining the concept. Good.
Hmm.
Next, once I have done that, when I run it, the data will come in a column wise manner or in a row wise manner. How will the data flow?
Row-wise.
Column.
Row wise. I said na, the data,
Okay.
whatever is your requirement, the data will flow in a row by row manner only.
Yeah.
Correct? So
Hmm.
have I connected ID? No. So will ID go in the aggregator? No. Will A go in the aggregator? No. Will go in the aggregator? Will B go in the aggregator? No. Will 10 go in the aggregator? Yes.
Yes.
So 10 from here will go here.
Hmm.
Now, what is the function I have written here? Sum of salary. Correct?
Hmm.
This is the function which I have written here. What function I'll write here? Concat.
Com-
First name, comma, last name. I'm just writing in short form here. Correct?
Hmm.
Concat,
Hmm.
first name, last name in here. That will try writing in the software also. Am I correct? Now, to operate the sum, won't
Yeah.
I require all the columns?
Yes.
Now, 10 has arrived here in the salary. Correct?
Hmm.
Can I calculate total salary now?
No. You need
No.
to add zeros.
I cannot calculate total salary. Why? Why I can't calculate total salary?
You
Not
need to.
all the data is
Because all the records are not present here.
Hmm.
When can the second record come?
first
When the
row
first
is.
record go to the target. Correct? I told you the data will flow in a row by row manner only. When the first record reaches the target, then only the second record can come into the source, into the transformations. Am I correct?
Hmm.
Yes.
Now, do we have a conflict here?
Yeah.
Understood? That is why I was explaining this thing here, because all the transformations have a separate functionality. No two transformations will behave in the same way. So based on the requirement, you will have to use the transformations. Am I
Hmm.
clear what I said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it may happen that we get disconnected because there is a 40-minute this thing. So if you are disconnected, right away, please connect back. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you just have to connect again to the same meeting. Right. So uh, can I, again to repeat, can I calculate total salary? No, because I haven't received all the values. Now, when can
Hmm.
20 come?
After the first row is fully
After the
populated.
10 go to the target, but can 10 go to the target? No. So we
Hmm.
have a conflict, as you understood, right?
Hmm.
But here, was that a problem here?
No.
There was not a problem here because the data was coming in a row by row manner, and the
Hmm.
calculations required were also row by row, and
Correct.
hence
Hmm.
that problem was not here.
Hmm.
But in this case, that problem is there. That's
Hmm.
why whenever we are performing any column wise calculation in Informatica, there will be temporary memory which will be created, which is called as cache.
Hmm. Hmm.
So the cache memory will be automatically created and
Hmm.
automatically deleted also. You do not have to worry about that. It is
Hmm.
automatically taken care of.
Hmm.
So 10 will go there. Because 10 has gone somewhere, is this space vacant now? So the 20 will
Hmm.
come here.
Okay.
20 will again go to the cache. Similarly, 30 will come here. 30 will go to the cache. Informatica will understand that all the records have been processed. It will calculate the total salary, that is 60, and give the output as 60. And once that is done, the cache memory which was created will automatically got deleted.
Hmm.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any doubt in expression and in aggregator?
This cache is there in somewhere like it's in the during the transformation, right? Like
Cache got
during
created. Cache got created during the transformation. Cache is
it got
not
created.
present by default. It got created.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like only for aggregator it gets created whenever we use an aggregator
Column wise.
function.
No, no, not aggregator only. Whenever there is a column wise calculation needed. So for an
Column
example,
wise.
let me give you an example. I ask you to give me the data in ascending order
Hmm.
or in descending order.
Hmm.
Arranging the data in ascending or descending order, is it a row wise calculation or a column wise calculation?
Column
So,
wise.
Column wise,
column.
right? Because more than a row is involved, so cache will get
Hmm.
created. Because if I want to arrange in a descending order also or ascending order also, I'll fetch first record, but just on the basis of first record, can I give you the output on ascending or descending order? No,
Hmm.
because the calculations is dependent on the second row and the third row also. So the cache
Hmm.
memory will create, I'll shuffle the data in the cache memory and give you the output.
Okay.
Getting the sense?
Yeah.
Understood?
Hmm.
So that is how the aggregator and the expression transformation works. Am I clear?
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll request you to save this file and we'll use this in future also. So we will need that.
Hmm.
Okay.
How will